Global Initiative for Asthma and the World Health Association says that the incidence of asthma has increased 50% in the past 10 years. Contributing factors include indoor air allergens and indoor air pollutants. The Centers for Disease Control says the number of children under 18 who have asthma has increased every year since 1985. In fact, asthma is now in epidemic proportions worldwide, especially among school-aged children. The College of Asthma and Allergy Immunization says that 50% of all illnesses are either caused by or aggravated by polluted indoor air. And this is probably the most famous quote that you've heard many, many times. And the EPA says throughout their testing that indoor air is 2 to 5 times and can be as much as 100 times worse than the worst outside air. There was a study done by Harvard University where they were testing for gas phase contaminations that were in a home that caused cancer. They were looking for 89 different types of cancer-causing chemicals. And here's what they found. Of the 120 homes that they tested, 100% of them had toxic compounds at levels that were making people sick or at least were symptomatic. They found 25 of these 89 compounds in every single home, at least 25 of what they call volatile organic compounds or VOCs, at levels here again that were symptomatic. They concluded that this is a nationwide problem. So what they're really saying is that nationally, all the neighborhoods and all the buildings that we have, if they were to test the air, they're finding out that it's 2 to 5 times more polluted than worst outside air, what the EPA says. And Harvard University says that it's 100% across the board that we're having challenges in our homes with indoor air pollution in this chemical soup that we live and breathe in. We all get our publications on HVAC, and here's one we're all familiar with, the HVAC business called the HVAC News. And they had an interesting article back in 2008 talking about indoor air quality. And they had some things there that I wasn't aware of. Right in the first paragraph, it says that an average 1,500 square foot house has about 40 pounds of dust in it. That's pretty amazing when you think about it. We think of dusting and dusting a little bit here and there, but you accumulate it all together, and we got about 40 pounds of dust, and just in a 1,500 square foot house. So why is that even important? Well, I did a little study, just a little Googling, and I Googled dust and dust mites. How many dust mites actually live in an ounce of dust? And I found out through a Google search there's 42,000 dust mites in an ounce of dust. So let's go through some internet stats here on dust mites. A dust mite's main food source is dead human skin flakes that we talked about before. We have millions of skin flakes that we shed, and animal dander. There's 42,000 dust mites live in an ounce of dust. Each one of those dust mites gives out 20 fecal pellets a day. 40 pounds of dust is generated in a 1,500 square foot house, and there's about 15 species of dust mites out there. And it's estimated we breathe 2 heaping teaspoons of particles every single day. And this includes dust mite feces. So let's do a little math here. If we had a 1,500 square foot house, let's use the math from the article, has 40 pounds of dust in it. There's 16 ounces in a pound, 42,000 dust mites per ounce, each one giving out 20 fecal pellets a day. So here's the simple math. 40 pounds times 16 ounces times 42,000 dust mites times 20 fecal pellets. That's 537,600,000 fecal pellets that are exposed into the air every single day. And that's only one pollutant that we're talking about. And 15% of the population suffer from allergic reactions to dust mite feces. So what's all the fuss about? It's all these things accumulated in these tight homes that we have.